Band on the Run by Paul McCartney and Wings is 50 years old, and I've never listened to it until today. Let's go. And the watch is on, the music's on, and we're off. Come on, let's go, 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 go. The album starts like a match, striking. It's quick, there are sparks, and then it settles into a gentle floating rhythm. The idea of being stuck inside four walls and never seeing anyone nice again is exactly how I feel whenever I go into a post office. What is happening with this song? Every verse feels like a different scene in a movie, and by the third verse we've escaped and the sunlight is scooping us up. The lead guitar line is like a barbed wire losing its spike. It's becoming smooth wire, a zip wire, a quick exit to freedom. This chorus is so beautiful and joyful and infectious. I feel like I've just scaled a giant wall and my legs have never felt so young. But wait, that sense of ease and joyfulness is crushed under the anxiety-pumped horns on Jet. A distant reggae dub-inspired guitar cleans its spats before entering the nightclub, and the song suddenly inflates like a good time blimp. The sunshine is on my face again. How interesting that on Band on the Run the four walls felt like a bad thing, and now on Jet the moon is a lonely place. At least in prison they had one another, and now the vast emptiness of space is a lonely place. Oh yeah, that lead guitar line and a hammered piano that whirs like aluminium in my right ear. I'm having a great time. This is such a fun run. That lyric there of the wind in your hair, of 1,000 laces, I hope he's talking about strawberry laces. I would love to be half man, half Haribo. Let's go faster. I feel like I'm on the back of that dog in Never Ending Story. These songs seem to appear out of nowhere really quickly, like thoughts, spontaneous and magic. An album which so far is tumbling through my mind like toppled dominoes. Fly away through the midnight air, he sings on Bluebird, and that's it. This song is set against a magical midnight sky. It's Starry Night by Vincent van Gogh, printed on the same paper as a Rupert the Bear comic. Again, freedom and flight is a recurring theme. What's going on with this tree? Hang on. Mrs. Vanderbilt sees the whole of the Mountain King guide us through an existential journey on a desert island. This is fascinating. The album has gone from seeing us confined to a prison to now feeling alone in open and vast spaces. It's as if we need confinement to understand the importance of freedom. Like, how useful is electricity without an electric bill? Listening to this album is like constantly having different rascals on your shoulders. I am now accompanied by pirates with red beards, and I'm struggling to get up this big hill. Hey-ho! That bass sound is as springy as walking the plank. Let Me Roll It starts very clean and orderly, and then it tumbles down a hill like a watermelon smashing into a castle wall. Oh, every time it happens, it does that same trick again. It becomes discordant and juicier than ever. He compares his heart to a wheel, and now the song is pretty much repeating itself for a second roll. It's very clever, it's very tongue-in-cheek. Mamunia now talks about the rain falling from the sky and filling streams which flow to the sea. On the first song, Band on the Run, I seem to remember the rain being the thing that sets them free from prison. Now call me wacky, but I'm getting the impression that on this song we are talking about a different type of freedom. We're not talking about escaping prison, we're talking about the freedom that comes with being attuned to the natural world around you. This song is lush and green. I am photosynthesizing while I run. What I'm trying to say here is that rain can wake you up from your slumber. If indeed the prison is a metaphor for that, you suddenly now feel the rain on your back. It connects you to the natural world around you. You put down your plastic Mac an umbrella, and suddenly you feel so much better. It says here that life began in the water, in the rain. Talk of being connected to that life source is now followed up by the most Beatles sounding track, in my opinion. No words. It feels like what he's doing here is tapping back into that original source of energy and filling my head with flowers. Oh, I love it. How have I never listened to this album before? No way. Just as we are talking about life beginning, Picasso's last words now deals with someone's final words. A whole lifetime has passed in a matter of miles. This is a thing about running and listening to an album for the first time. Your mind is accelerating and makes wild conclusions, but I'm hearing the percussion in the background of Picasso's last words, and it takes me back to that feeling I had that the album started, with the sound or the feeling of a match being struck, and now they are furiously trying to relight that match, get the fire going as Picasso is on his deathbed. And now we have Jet returning. That, for me, is the sound of magic re-entering our lives. Remember, Jet is the magic of flying through the air with your hair blowing like laces. That is so far from the idea of someone on their deathbed. I'm on 1985 now, and I feel futuristic. My feet are blazing beneath me like two DeLoreans attached to my ankles. In the last song we died, and now in this one we have woken up from a cryo sleep, and we are high-fiving people as we make our way gloriously through a new city. We've survived prison and loneliness. We've realised that death is not the end, and now we are full of love and the sweet stuff. It's an album that's been full of love and magic, love for the mother figure, romantic love. It's an album that sees us on our knees in the driving rain against a magical midnight sky at the feet of the life giver. It's an album that's given me so much power and joy. I feel like I could run to this forever, but unfortunately my butt cheeks are chafing together and I really need to stop. Oh, I'm done. Thank you so much for joining me on my first listen and run while listening to Band on the Run by Paul McCartney and Wings. Did I say listen enough? It's hard to believe that album is 50 years old. It sounds so vibrant and fresh and exciting. One thing quickly, that the last song seemed to end for me with a big flash of light, and it's an album which I've seen painted against a magical midnight sky, and you have that flash of light as if to say, journey over. All those questions which were posed to you throughout have now been answered. We can move on. But then Band on the Run fades in to finish the album, and to me that suggests that this is a quest that will never end. Just when you think you've got close to grasping the magic, the answers of life, you realise there's more to go. You're still on the run. Fantastic. I loved that. Thank you for joining me. It was good to have your company. I am a running punk. You should be a running punk too. Goodbye.